daughter was around 10 years old back then, and she just learned a new concept in mathematics called Venn diagram. Any one of you, if you don't know Venn diagram, I don't know what is called in German, but it's more like Venn diagram. You have two circles and there are intersections. You have three circles and something like that. And she was quite fascinated with that diagram. Okay, so I sort of make her thinking ability by giving some complex task that I usually do. So I just told her Tanuja is her name. So I told her, Tanuja, you've just learned Venn diagram, right? If you have to represent, let's say me in Venn diagram, how would you do that? What would you do? And then she actually liked it, and we decided I will draw for her, she will draw for me. And I was expecting that there would be, some of my traits, and maybe I'm talkative, maybe I'm, sometimes angry and all that stuff. She would do something like that. But interestingly, what she came up as a diagram, and she was making PowerPoint also, is the next slide. And I actually cropped the image because there is something more to it. So look what she drew, okay? She drew household chores. So obviously she has seen me doing that. Then profession, because I'm a working mother. And then family, because I also like to be with them as usual. And then this is me at the center. And after drawing this, after some time, you know what she said? Mom, actually, I'm not happy with this diagram. I said, why? Suddenly, because for a second I was feeling, very happy and proud. And, she sort of started lifting me, and then suddenly, it's like, actually, I'm not happy. Because you see, you look so small here. It's like too many things, and you are very small, and you seem to be stressed. And then she started putting some words to it, which I sort of put it in the next slide, which is like too many things, clutter, stress, chaos, and then it's a mixture of all these things in life. And then I asked her, okay, then she was like, I will draw something else, give me some time. And then what she came up with is something completely thought-provoking. So the next diagram which she drew for me was this. And here comes the thinking, which was like mind-blowing. I said, what do you want to represent? So she's like, I don't want you to look like this. I want you to look like this. And you have this, completely not interconnected or sort of, tightly coupled, but you're managing it such a way that all three are having their own, justice to it. And as you will also grow old, this round will keep expanding.
Yeah.
And that was something really thought-provoking for me. And that's where I sort of thinking that many of us must be going through these kind of things, as part of our life cycle process. You're a student, and then you get married, then so on and so forth. And still, there are so many women. When I sort of search 100 powerful women in the world, you get amazing personalities, and I started studying their autobiographies and what is that they do, probably something different that we can learn from and we can sort of understand. And that's where this whole thought came in picture. Now that is my today's topic, and I wrote an article on Women's Day which sort of got a limelight, and I thought today will be the right thing to share with all of you, because Shreya and Mariana has done amazing thing by helping us to network, and I feel our network is our net worth, because it's an immense beneficial thing that we get to know women beyond our department, understand their challenges, understand their thought processes, and learn from them, and that's significantly help us in our career. So just to go, before I jump into the topic for today, any one of you, those who don't know me, the next slide. I am a Salesforce certified product manager. I've fortunately been able to work in India, USA, Australia, Bahrain, Dubai, and now in Germany. So all of these countries have contributed in their economy and their GDP. there's a reason why I put this, because when I was having my first meeting, and I went there in that meeting being a single girl and 5 men, and the client side people said, "Who's your techie guy among us?" And my boss said, "She's the techie guy." So that's why I put that. I'm a techie guy. Started as a developer, then moved into business analyst, project management, and now I work as a product manager, which I really love. And I'm really enthusiastic about foodie, but obviously, who doesn't get mine? I don't drink alcohol. I love reading, writing, and most importantly, learning about product, CRM, customer experience, and obviously women and career, and how they progress and what challenges they have gone through and how's their career path look like. And I love playing badminton, and last but not the least, I love drinking tea, and I'm mom of 2 kids. Tanuja and Aryan, who is just 5 years old, who goes to Kita. I'm yet to explore his traits. Let's see what he does. Okay, so this is the article which I'm going to read. It's just 1 page, but looks like it will be interesting. And the topic of the article is, by the way, that's my LinkedIn thing in case if we talk about it later. And then next slide, please. Okay, so the topic of the article is feminine versus masculine energies. And this was published just after the Women's Day. So the article goes this way. Yesterday was the day of womanhood celebrations on social media. Reading some autobiographies and inspirational books by women authors, I was always fascinated by how some women succeed in the greatest leadership positions, how they manage to be exceptional in their leadership skills, how they manage to make themselves stand out because they are most, 100 influential women in the world. Whether it was just women empowerment, whether they had right resources, whether they had right people, right team, right support system. Yes, of course, all of these. But then sometimes it felt that the answer went beyond all of these. It is the right balance between their masculine and feminine energies. Now, what does it mean? What I mean by masculine and feminine energy is not a manly man or a girly woman as is frequently described, but rather it is an expression felt through our presence. Each one of us here has 2 energies within ourselves, regardless our gender. So we do have masculine energy and feminine energy. The masculine energy makes us strong, confident, it helps us become independent, and it helps us to operate in the outer world. The feminine energy within us, on the other hand, makes us more creative, more intuitive. It helps us love and connect with others. It is more fluid. It's like a river with countless meanders, sometimes quiet, sometimes patient, and other times strong and rumbling. And while the 2 energies are essential for most of us, one of these energies is stronger than other. We will always have one energy stronger than other. Therefore, it is usually observed, we pass this comment, "Oh, she's too aggressive. Oh, he's very sensitive manager, Owning your natural strength and not fighting it is the key. If you have dominant feminine energy, remind yourself that it's a strength to be caring, loving, and connecting with others. Likewise, if you have masculine strength and that energy is stronger, whether you're male or female, remind yourself that it's a strength to be ambitious and focused on getting what you want in life. Your energy strength comes naturally to you. So it's always there when we are born. So you don't really have to work on it anymore. Instead, you need to work on building up your less dominant energy to create that right balance. There is a spectrum between femininity and masculinity. It may be that you fall on the extreme end and you may have more of the opposite energy in you. The goal is, or the most of the women who are in the leadership, is they use your dominant energy and work on incorporating more of your opposite energy traits in order to draw on both energies equally. So the idea is to strike the right balance and sway here and there and not become too of any of the extremes and live a full and balanced life. So on this very beautiful day, instead of celebrating our gender and being proud of it, it is better to celebrate the existence of our feminine energies within us. The world of humanity has two wings. One is women and the other is man. Not until both wings are equally developed can the bird fly. Happy Women's Life, and not just a day.
Wow.